Hey friends, and welcome back to Home Safety Hotline. We're returning to this game to play its DLC, Seasonal Worker. And not only does it bring new content to the game, it's Christmas themed. Now, we are only in October, but that's still a winter month in my opinion. So get under the covers, grab your favorite snack, and join me for another terrifying adventure. Before we get started with the playthrough though, let's have a little chat. I've had this on my mind, and I know we've talked about this before, probably at some point, but I think it's worth repeating. If you're somebody that's worried about being accepted by your friends, family, if you're worried about being accepted by those groups for who you are as a person, I have something I'd like you to keep in mind. You do not owe anybody an explanation for what makes you feel like you. People are not entitled to have you convince them to accept you. It could be what you identify as, it could be who you choose to love. You are valid and worthy of acceptance for just being yourself. You don't have to spend hours convincing people, hey, this makes me happy, this makes me feel like me. If they can't accept you and love you for that, are they really there to support you in the first place? That's just the way I see it anyway. I love you all and I hope you're safe. With that being said, welcome back to Home Safety Hotline. Now, I would like to say my playthrough is definitely going to be slower paced, maybe than what other playthroughs of this game are. I'm going to be reading every single entry. I'm going to be listening to all the sounds. I want to immerse myself in the full experience and see all of these new and strange entities. So it's definitely not going to be a super fast playthrough. All right, we got some emails. Here's the Home Safety Hotline corporate. Welcome back. Rebecca, all of us here at Home Safety Hotline are ever grateful for your annual service during one of our busiest and most vital work weeks. While we only get to experience your talents for 1 week every year, we just want you to know that you are highly valued here and an important member of the HSH family. Best of luck this year, Rebecca. We're all counting on you. Okay, well that was a pretty good one. Pretty good introductory email from corporate. Subject line, Rebecca from Rodney. Dog, I heard you're back in the office today. You aren't going to forget about coming to say hi to your best pal Rodney from IT, are you? I know you wouldn't dare forget. Remember, I got serious dirt on you, dog. Some of us actually remember last year's Christmas party. What happened at the Christmas party? Anyway, glad to have you back. See you around. Okay, the Daily Twilight Report. This is in 96. December 22nd, 1996. Phenomena first sighted in Nunavut at approximately 0400 hours. Estimated proximity is around 300,000 miles or a bunch of kilometers. Current risk profile, low to moderate. I mean, what do you mean risk profile? It just looks like the Northern Lights. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Enough emails. 3 days until Christmas. Santa's coming. I can't wait. Cheer levels. We have a cheer level meter now? Is this a new mechanic? Welcome, employee. To begin shift, please clock in. I remember that. I remember that from the original Home Safety Hotline playthrough. Okay. Oh, do we have? Oh. Does it include all of them? It does. Or maybe at least most of them. Okay, we got an incoming call.
It is I, Carol. It is good to have you back in our employ, Rebecca.
Carol.
You are a lifesaver every season, and that yearly return is appreciated as always. I, of course, have no need to tell you how things work here, but I will remind you that we are hosting our annual office Christmas party again the day after Christmas. It would please me to see you there. We're all counting on you, Rebecca.
There is nothing you could do to get me in the office the day after Christmas. You have lost your minds. Nothing. Antler growths. Oh! Description. Antler growths are a family of fungi known for growing in tall antler-like arrangements, most often seen growing on... Okay. Let's see what we got.
Can you send over an electrician? Our lights keep flickering off, and we're trying trying to get our Christmas tree ready for when our folks arrive.
Okay, lights keep flickering. That might not be the, you know, one of the craziest things we've had a call for, but
Please hold.
still something to think about. I think we can just kind of keep them on hold for as long as we need to, because I want to read this. Sufficiently large growths can often induce motor movement in their hosts. Oh! Antler growths are not dangerous on their own, but the movements they induce in their chosen hosts can often result in hazardous behavior toward living creatures in its vicinity, such as clawing, grabbing, or biting. To prevent antler growths from occurring during decomposition, it is advised to burn the remains of the deceased or otherwise bury the deceased at least 6 feet beneath the soil to ensure maximum safety from potential hazardous behaviors. Avalanches. That sounds like falling snow. Avalanches are large quantities of rapidly moving snow, usually occurring in steep, sloped environments such as mountains or hills. Homeowners experiencing an avalanche often report shaking, thunderous sounds coming from above, or sudden burials. Avalanches are highly dangerous to most mammals or humans caught in their wake, as direct impact will often instantly crush or maim soft-bodied creatures. Avalanches can also quickly bury or blockade entrances or windows to a home, burying those inside and potentially leading to suffocation. At the first sign of an avalanche, homeowners are advised to stay indoors, preferably away from windows, and wait for the avalanche to pass. If buried, homeowners are advised to make contact if possible and await rescue. Homeowners can increase their chances of survival by refraining from burning away precious oxygen via starting fires or screaming. What is a clock? What is this? Or cloak? Cloaks are large, circular stone formations known to appear around homes during the winter. Homeowners with cloak often report clear skies, a feeling of instability, and sinking? Cloak are highly hazardous to homes and their inhabitants, as the ground in the center of the formation will gradually sink lower until a deep pit is formed, damaging a home's foundation in the process and preventing homeowners from leaving. Homeowners wishing to prevent damage to their home are advised to seek the aid of the ones conducting the cloak. What? People are like conducting these things? It looks like the Pioneer Rock from SpongeBob. Bringing either an offer of gold or their firstborn child. If no negotiations are possible, it's advised to vacate the home as soon as possible. Oh my god, I hope we don't run into one of those. Dwarves. That does not look like a dwarf. Oh my goodness. They're knocking stuff over. Dwarves are small rock-like creatures known for creating and living in underground burrows, sometimes extending their territory into human homes. Homeowners with dwarf infestations often report increased heat in their homes, clattering or banging sounds, and finding rubble or holes in basements or cellars. Dwarves are harmless to most mammals, with their diet consisting mostly of insects, soil, and rocks. Dwarves' burrowing activities can often cause foundational problems or structural damage to a home, however. Yeah, you think? Dwarves can be dissuaded from tunneling into a home by placing clippings of parasitic plants, such as mistletoe. Oh, cool. Very cool. Or rattles in or around cellars and basements. Active infestations should be handled by HSHs. I have a hard time saying that. Pest control services. Elves? I don't see any elves here. Where are the elves? Oh, wait a minute. I think they might be the people. Elves are humanoid creatures with pointed ears that often inhabit large-scale human social gatherings under the guise of being forgotten friends, family, or acquaintances. You could have an elf show up at your holiday dinner, saying, "Oh, it's me, Aunt Gertrude from forever ago. You don't remember me? Let me get a plate real quick." That could happen. Homeowners who have made direct contact with elves often report headaches, nausea, or lightheadedness. Why? Elves are known to lower the immune response of humans they come into direct contact with, often leading to the contracting of a variety of illnesses. resulting in long-term hazardous or fatal consequences. To prevent or minimize contact with elves, it is advised homeowners do not interact with anyone they do not recognize its social functions, especially those claiming to have a history or personal connection with them. It's often advised to keep social functions to a minimum or to closely supervise the attending parties to prevent unwanted intrusion. False carolers. What is that? It's like a giant creepy penguin. My favorite Christmas tune. That is like actual nightmare fuel. Dear God, I'm not sleeping tonight. False carolers are flocks of feathered humanoid creatures draped in many layers of clothes that are known for their pleasant singing, vocalizations, and for approaching the entrances of homes after dark. Homeowners afflicted by false carolers often report sounds of singing, missing neighbors, or large feathers appearing around neighborhood doorsteps. False carolers pose a very distinct threat to humans and animals, as they are known to carry away anything that comes close enough to them, away to their nesting ground to feed their young. If false carolers are suspected to be present in a neighborhood, all homeowners in the affected area should stay locked inside their homes until sunrise. As long as their chosen feeding ground remains fruitful, false carolers will return to the same feeding grounds each night. Most false carolers, why can't I say carolers? Carolers will move on to other territory after a few consecutive nights of unsuccessful hunts for more persistent infestations, pest control. Forgotten boggart. Whoa. I remember the boggarts. This guy. Very, very dangerous and can mess with, I think these guys can mess with electricity. I'm pretty sure they can mess with electricity. Let's see what the Forgotten Boggarts do. Forgotten Boggarts are wild, roaming subspecies of boggart that are untethered from memory. They are known to dwell in uninhabited outdoor locations such as forests or mountains until they find new homes with those that are capable of witnessing and discussing them. Oh, right, because you just can't talk about them. Like, if you have one in your home, you can't look at or talk about them or acknowledge them. Homeowners that have attracted a Forgotten Boggart often report strange sightings and an obsession with discovery. Forgotten Boggarts are harmless to those unaware or indifferent to their existence, but are at risk of inhabiting the homes of those with an interest in discovering them and discussing them, thereby increasing the risk of hazardous activities such as flooding, fires, or electrical outages. Huh. He's talking about a Christmas tree. Could be this. It's advised homeowners do not dwell on the possibility of nearby Forgotten Boggarts, any Forgotten Boggart sightings, or on any thoughts of Forgotten Boggarts to prevent them from inhabiting one's home. Never speak of one. Okay. Well, thank you for the tip. Mountain Warlock? Oh my lord. What? What? Is he singing? Mountain warlocks are humanoid creatures resembling elderly human men. They are known to lie dormant in their high elevation domains until the winter solstice. Upon waking, their thunderous vocalizations can be heard for miles around. Homeowners affected by mountain warlocks often report echoes, rumbling, shaking, or occasionally avalanches. They're highly territorial and pose a direct mortal danger to any humans or animals that settle or wander near their domain. Their earth-shaking incantations can additionally cause severe damage to a home's foundation. Mountain warlocks cannot be safely removed by human force, but due to their severely dangerous presence, it's highly advised that homeowners use the pest control service. Huh. Pine sprites. Oh. That's kind of cute. They're small green subspecies of sprite known for inhabiting pine trees. Homeowners with pine sprites often report rustling sounds or finding pine needles and sap in strange places. They're harmless if left to their own devices, though their behavior can turn hazardous if their home is disturbed. They've been known to sometimes cause fires or electrical shortages. I think it's this. I think it's a pine sprite. When electrical devices such as lights are introduced to their homes. Right, because they're trying to get the Christmas tree set up. Okay, it's pine sprites. They keep their chosen homes for the entire 160, 180-year lifespans. Whoa! So it's advised to avoid disturbing them by refraining from decorating any trees they have inhabited. Homeowners may also choose to safely relocate an inhabited tree away from their home. Yeah, that's what I would do. Oh, there's a lot more. Red nose. Like Rudolph? Huh. That is not Rudolph. Seasonal illness characterized by the primary symptom of a red berry-like growth emerging from the mammalian proboscis, the nose. Most commonly occurs in wild animals but can be transferred to humans via the spores it releases once blossomed. Red nose, while painful during the growth stage, is generally harmless to humans and animals alike with proper rest and care. It will go away on its own after it's blossomed. To prevent red nose from spreading, it's advised to quarantine the affected individual until blossoming is past. Sinking foundation. So just your house collapsing? Sinking foundations are structural problems in a home's foundation with a wide variety of causes that can lead to homes becoming damaged over time, or eventually sinking and collapsing entirely. Homeowners experiencing sinking foundations often report cracks in walls or ceilings, uneven floors or drains not working properly. Sinking foundations present a severe and mortal danger to both a home and its inhabitants, as their instability and eventual collapse can cause a wide variety of hazardous situations to those entrapped within. Homeowners with sinking foundations are highly advised to immediately utilize the foundation repair services to prevent further damage. Imagine waking up to that Christmas morning. Snow golems? Whoa! Frosty. I don't know why they sound like that. They're large humanoid mounds of snow that are capable of moving on their own. Homeowners experiencing snow golem infestations commonly report wet floors, power outages, recently faulty or broken heaters, or strange snow formations outside the home. They can prove hazardous to humans in a variety of ways. Their tendency to target home heaters, especially during hazardous freezing weather, can cause medical issues such as frostbite or hypothermia in the affected homeowners. Direct contact with the snow golem while it is in pursuit of its target is also frequently fatal. When caught early, they can be removed from a home by turning up the heat in a home to speed up their melting process and blocking easy access to home heaters or fireplaces. Oh, you just crank the heat up? If snow golems succeed in removing potential heat sources from a home, it's highly... Okay, then you gotta call them. Sugar wisp! Christmas candy, anyone? Sugar wisps are an invisible subspecies of wisp known for its sweet plum-like aroma and its ability to influence the dreams and appetites of humans. Oh, when they have visions of sugar plums dancing in their heads the night before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas. That's a cool reference. Homeowners afflicted by sugar wisps often report an intense craving for sweets, dream of dancing orbs, and malnourishment. Sugar wisps can be quite hazardous to humans' health thanks to their influence on their victims' preferred diet. Sustained exposure to sugar wisps can lead to mild to severe medical problems ranging from tooth decay and diabetes to starvation. Why starvation? I guess you're only eating candy that's not, like, gonna be proper nutrients, maybe? Sugar wisps can be dissuaded from influencing their chosen victims by blocking access to the victim's sense of smell. Homeowners are advised to utilize nose plugs or a similar apparatus while they sleep until the sugar wisp eventually departs. Time wisps. Oh. Time wisp. There are subspecies of wisp that appear as faint candle-like lights with a friendly visage. They're known to temporarily displace objects and persons in time and are most active at night. Homeowners that have experienced the time wisps often report feeling a newfound gratitude for life, a desire to better themselves, or an immense existential dread. Oh, well, those first two things sounded great. Huh. They're known to temporarily displace objects and persons in time. That's crazy. Time Wisps' tendency toward temporal displacement, while sometimes beneficial, can often result in causing intense anxiety or stress in those that have witnessed their fates to be. Time Wisps will pass through on their own in the course of a single night, and no further action is required. This is like the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future. The Twilight. Whoa. Wait, was that the thing we saw in the email? The Twilight is an annual recurring phenomenon known for its diet of fear and suffering. Should it find sufficient satiation in these cravings during its time spent in our cosmic proximity, it will proceed to consume all things that dwell above and below the soil. What? It's this giant... They're saying it's a phenomenon, but it's like some giant entity that, if there's enough fear and suffering in the area, just destroys everything? The Twilight is a severe existential threat to all living things so long as it finds sufficient feeding material. Its hunger should avoid being sated at all cost. The Twilight should be kept from its desires at all costs until it moves past. To prevent its feeding, all manner of fear, agony, and suffering should be avoided or mitigated when at all possible on the calendar days of its proximity between the 21st and the 25th of December. So the days leading up to Christmas. It's also advised to spread as much cheer, celebration, and merriment during this time as feasible. Okay. Christmas is all about spreading cheer. That's what we're gonna have to do. Alright, this is for sure a pine sprite. Where are you? This is for sure a pine sprite. Textbook example, really. Textbook example. Here we go. Was that right?
Please hold.
Could it just be something like a rat? Is that a possibility? No, there's no rat. Something in the cupboard. No. Not an attic gnome. These are all from the older original playthrough, and I did a full reading of all of them too. You guys can go check that out if you'd like. Black mold, boggart. Common hob? No, generally only come out at night. No, desk hob, no. I mean, it could be a dwarf. It could be a dwarf, although that's kind of big. Let me play it back. You know what? I bet it's a mice. I'm just gonna say mice. Because none of the others make any sense to me. There are some just regular old pests that can happen here. It's not just supernatural stuff. You know, we got mice, bats, black mold. Okay.
I'm looking at a bunch of big tall mounds outside our house, just coming from about every angle.
No.
Take these down for me. I'd do it myself, but I'm currently recovering from a back injury after slipping on something wet in my living room this morning.
No.
Please hold.
That is what we like to call in the business. The business. That's a snow golem. You got snow golems, lady. Classic case. I love saying that. Classic case of snow golems. I've seen this many times before. Stand aside. I'll take care of this. I'll get the right people on the job, don't you worry. I'm pretty confident in that one. Yeah. Classic case. And it sounds like the snow golems already found ways to get inside her home, because she slipped on something wet, which means that they probably already started to melt a little bit. Full day's work.
The wild man is real. I've seen him. I've seen him. I know you people know about things like this. I know what you really do.
The wild man.
I have photos. We can get these out in front of the public. The people need to know. Please, help me get this out to the world before it's too late. I know he's been tracking me.
Please hold.
The wild man? Wait, this is a problem? I don't know. The wild man is real? I'm just gonna guess the mountain warlock because he's like out in the wild. So I'm just gonna assume that it's him? Because it almost sounds like the dude's hallucinating. Oh, that was wrong. Okay. So at least we know that all of the others were correct. 91.9% cheer. Which is not good, considering I now know what happens when that drops fully.
Please help. Can't move. Too weak.
Too weak.
Need more. Need more.
I think I know what he's talking about.
Please hold.
I think he's talking about the sugar wisps. He has this constant craving for candy, but it's not sustaining him. I think it's the sugar wisp. Let's find out. Let's go. Only one wrong so far. I got no idea what the dude was talking about a wild man. I'm starting to think he was maybe hallucinating, and I should have tried to figure out the root issue of that.
Why did you send this to me? Are you trying to hide the truth? If you won't help me, I'll find someone else. Is that burning?
Burning.
God, he found me. He's here. He's here.
Was it a forgotten Bogart? I'm sorry. He's gone. That man is gone.
Yeah. So, there's strange noises coming from our basement. I don't know what's down there, but I can hear it scurrying around and making little scratching noises at night.
Okay.
I don't dare go down myself, but my wife said she found little round pellets or something down there.
Please hold.
Okay, let me see what I can find. You know what? I'm gonna go with raccoon. These guys are nocturnal, scurrying around. He's talking about pellets, and that kind of sounds like maybe it's poop. So, I'm gonna go with raccoon. Again, another simple one. But it is an option. And is it the correct one? No. Man, I looked through all of them. You've reached the end of your scheduled work for today. Please clock out below. Okay, well, accuracy wasn't super great. We were 2/3 accurate. Not sure if that's good or not. Does the cheer level carry over? Check this out. Dude, did you see this yet? Everyone keeps forwarding this to me. I can't tell if they're taking it seriously or not, but either way, it's hilarious. I thought you'd get a kick out of it. On this day, December 23rd, 25-year-old Alice Prairie fell into a lake and drowned while ice skating. If you don't forward this to 5 other people by tonight, you will drown in the next lake you visit. Oh my gosh. I remember these ridiculous, scary story forwarding things. And look, this guy forwarded it to me, so he's probably believing it. All right, here's the update on this thing. Phenomena sighted in Manitoba at approximately 1,200 hours. Estimated proximity is around 100,000 miles, or blah, blah, blah kilometers. Not looking good. Risk profile moderate. I don't like it. We gotta clock in for another session, though, of course. 2 days until Christmas. And I ain't working on Christmas. Let me tell you. Okay, we gained a little bit of cheer level back, I think? Or is it the same? I don't know. I don't know. We got another shift ahead of us. We gotta focus on the task at hand. Do we have some new entries? No. No new entries. This should be our boss.
Greetings, Rebecca. It is Carol again. There have been reports of some new activity, so we have gone ahead and made some new information available to thee. I pray things are going well thus far.
Why are you talking
Thou
like that?
knowest as well as I what is at stake. I do hope to see thee soon, Rebecca.
Right. Oh, now we have new ones. Okay. Frost wisps. Whoa, it's like a snow globe.
I need someone to come fix our windows. I fear there's a terrible draft coming in, and I wouldn't want anyone at my second family gathering to catch a cold. I'm hosting at least 20 additional family members, and I need this place locked tight for their sakes. I've already caught something dreadful during our last hosted function, and I don't intend for it to happen again.
Okay. I was gonna help you anyway. You don't have to be rude. Terrible draft coming in.
Please hold.
Something with the windows. Okay, well, let's go ahead and read some of these things first. Frost wisps are a subspecies of wisp that commonly take on the appearance of semi-transparent crystallized orbs. Homeowners suffering from frost wisps it's a weird one. Often report shivering sensations, a chill in the air, in otherwise warm places, and sudden lingering thoughts of their own mortality. Frost wisps are harmless to most mammals. I mean, it could be this, and humans in their vicinity as long as they keep their distance, but direct contact with them can cause hazardous effects such as frostbite. They will remain in a home as long as homeowners continue to linger on dreadful thoughts such as mortality or the prospect of decomposition. Homeowners are advised to distract themselves with any manner of cheerful activity, food, or friendly company to keep such thoughts at bay. For more persistent frost wisp infestations, that's so hard for me to say. Hans. This is Hans. A human-shaped husk of cloth, rags, and straw known for sneaking into the homes and domains of the affluent, wealthy, and fortunate. Homes occupied by Hans commonly suffer symptoms such as the appearance of strange markings, the faint sound of rustling, or occupants suddenly behaving abnormally. While Hans does not directly harm those he crosses paths with, Hans can negatively impact the lives of owners should he complete the process of occupation. Occupied human adults may commit acts they do not condone, including more hazardous behavior such as murder, debauchery, and arson. Homeowners should swiftly evacuate any home suspected of Hans' occupation. Should a family member or loved one be successfully occupied by Hans, it's advised to contact pest control. Here's Lucy. Good lord. That is actually horrifying. Lucy is a semi-solid humanoid creature vaguely resembling a pale human woman known for slipping inside homes during hailstorms. Homeowners often report a slimy, semi-transparent substance near openings such as doors, windows, air ducts, and chimneys. Lucy can be quite hazardous to any humans or pets that cross its path, as Lucy is known to steal the warmth of warm-blooded mammals. often leaving behind their crumbled frozen remains. Highly advised to quietly hide all warm-blooded inhabitants of a home if Lucy is suspected to be present and wait patiently for it to pass. The mayor. Oh no. Absolutely not. No. The mare is a skeletal horse-like humanoid draped in a variety of tinsels and fabrics. It's known for its distinct song-like screeching and its tendency to approach the entrances of homes after dark. Homeowners often report the sound of wailing, screeching, or singing. The mare poses little to no danger to humans or animals, but has been known to consume large amounts of a home's food and beverages if invited inside. Sounds like me. The mare cannot be disrupted while feasting. It poses no direct threat to homeowners and can either be invited in to let it feast until it's contented, at which point it will leave on its own, or it can be safely ignored if homeowners are willing to bear with the noise it creates for a few hours. The use of earplugs or soundproof materials can assist homeowners who do not wish to invite the mare into their home. Well, I don't think I would be super inclined to invite him in, just saying. Ogress. Ogresses are large 8 to 10 foot cave-dwelling creatures, typically only active at high elevations during the winter. Homeowners typically do not experience an ogress directly, but rather report other consequences of its presence, such as Yule men or Yule cats. Yule men or Yule cats? I want a Yule cat. In some rare instances, an ogress will see fit to visit a home if they fail to acquire their targets through other means. Due to their size, their subsequent entrance into a home can prove catastrophic to a home's roofing, foundation, and its inhabitants. Huh. To prevent an ogress from entering one's home, it's highly advised to avoid escalating their activities by allowing Yulemen's access to a home. Homeowners that wish to avoid the attention of an ogress in the first place can reinforce and advise benevolent behavior in their children. What? Okay, we got Yule creatures here. Winter fur. Okay, looks like a winter coat, right? Winter fur is a highly contagious seasonal virus. Wait, is this their skin? Known to cause the rapid growth of white hair-like follicles across an infected individual's face, body, and eyes. Oh my god. Full coverage is expected to occur within the first 48 hours after infection. It's most commonly found in mammals and is contracted through direct contact with the infected. Subsequent blindness caused by winter fur can create more hazardous conditions and reduce quality of life for those infected. Winter fur is also known to attract other dangerous pests such as any variety of ticks or fleas. Once winter fur has completed its growth, it can be mitigated using any variety of traditional shaving equipment such as razors to reduce the chance of attracting ticks or fleas. Ugh. Infected individuals should be quarantined from other parties. Yule cat. I want one now. I want a Yule cat. I want one. Look how big he is. Okay. See? Good kitty. They are large feline-like creatures known for prowling populated, high-elevation areas during the winter. They feed primarily on various textiles and fabrics. Homeowners experiencing Yule cats often report sounds of hissing, growling, large paw prints in the snow, and missing clothes or neighbors. Neighbors! Yule cats' diet of fabrics can prove quite hazardous to clothed homeowners if caught in their path. And due to their size and speed, most human adults and children will not survive these sort of encounters. Their strength also allows them to easily break into homes in search of food if sufficiently hungry, damaging doors and windows in the process. So they just eat clothes, but if you're wearing them, you're gone too. If a Yule cat is suspected to be active in the area, homeowners should take quick action and leave out a variety of fabrics and textiles within safe distance outside the home. It's advised to deliver these fabrics completely unclothed. Good luck with that. Yule goat on a piece of toast? Yule goats are goat-shaped apparitions that can sometimes occur in home during the winter. Homeowners experiencing Yule goats often report strange coincidences, citing shapes of goats throughout the house, and imagine sounds of bleeding. So, They're not directly harmful to humans and animals, but their prolonged presence can often cause paranoia or sleep deprivation in affected homeowners, which can sometimes lead to careless household accidents such as fires. As soon as a Yule goat is suspected to be present in a household, a humble offering of wheat or straw can be made in appeasement. And Yule men. Patrick Star? Is it them laughing? Yulemen are a subspecies of gnome that appear as small, hairy humanoids with pointed craniums that are most often seen traveling in packs of 13 or more. Homeowners infested with Yulemen often report broken windows, stolen food, and sounds of clattering or giggling, and more rarely, missing pets or children. Yulemen are harmless to human adults, but can be a safety hazard for household pets that are small enough to eat, and human children who have attracted the attention of an ogress. Yulemen will typically leave a home on their own once satisfied with their taking. To prevent Yulemen from entering one's home, homeowners may board up windows and close off sufficiently large openings, such as chimneys, but in most circumstances, this is highly inadvisable. Okay. It is now time for me to figure out what this person's issue is. Okay, so two things. I just realized that man who was, like, afraid of being followed, I think that was Dorcha, because it's experienced visions of a great lurking shadow and the sensation of being followed or pursued, along with immense dread. I think that's a perfect fit for that, and I'm surprised I didn't think of it. But I think this one is a frost wisp. So let's go ahead and do that and see if we're right. I'm not super confident, though, but none of the others even made sense to me. I don't think it's her windows that are a problem. Oh, I was wrong! I have no idea. Man, I looked through all of these. I'm so bad at this game. Especially after reading, like, a lot of the comments I got on my first playthrough. Like, a lot of people were frustrated with the options I was picking, because I really wasn't good. I wasn't playing well. And I don't really know why. I don't know if it's just I'm not good at these deduction style games. Who knows?
Still something in our basement.
Sorry.
I'm calling Papa Paul's pest control from now on.
Okay. Good luck with that. Papa Paul's pest control. Is that our direct competition, Papa Paul? Somehow I'm not too worried. But, on the other hand, I'm not doing my job. Cheer levels are down to 75.6%. Not good. Not good. Not good at all. We gotta keep that cheer high or else the Twilight will consume everything.
Oh, God, I'm dead. I'm dead and I'm only 33. Please say I can change this. Please say I can change it.
Please hold.
I think this is actually a frost wisp. Their own mortality. Yeah, this is a frost wisp. Okay. Well, at least we know it's used for something. Submit that. Come on. No! Their own mortality? You gotta be kidding me. Homeowners suffering from frost wisps often report shivering sensations, chill in the air, and lingering thoughts of their own mortality. It will remain in the home as long as homeowners continue to linger on dreadful thoughts such as mortality or the prospect of decomposition. I was so confident in that. I'm so bad at this game.
Morning, Rebecca. You know as well as I the potential consequences
I know.
of failure during this time. But perhaps this reminder may serve to further stoke thy fire. Please, for all our sakes, answer future calls with careful consideration.
I'm trying.
Hey, Rebecca.
I'm trying. I really am. The warning is warranted, though. I get it. I was so confident in that one. It was like so specific. What else could that have been?
There's some kind of dying animal in our last hour, and I'm far too squeamish to go look at it or
Screaming.
touch it myself. My son is only 10 years old, and
Is it the mayor?
really worried about the poor thing, so please hurry.
Please hold.
It could be the mayor. Let me check. Yeah, definitely. No shot it's anything else. At least give me this game. At least give me this. It has to be. It sounded just like it in the tape. Okay, we got one. We're on the board. We're on the board. We can do it. We can do it. It's not over yet. New customer or someone that's angry at me?
I think Betty's cat is on the prowl. I need someone to come put that beast down. First, Betty doesn't show up to the PTA meeting this week, and now it seems her cat is on the loose again, leaving its disgusting feastfuls of feathers behind on neighbors' porches.
Feastfuls of feathers behind on neighbors' porches. Is that a false caroler? Flocks of feathered humanoid creatures draped in many layers of clothing. So they do have feathers. Missing neighbors. Yes. Okay. It is a false caroler. I don't even need to look at anything else. False caroler. I know someone's yelling. Big gaming. No. Double check. We don't double check here. We game. Yes. False caroler. Let's go. Oh.
Why did you send me this?
Okay, he's mad.
What does this mean? Am I still going to die? Am I still going to die?
I'm sorry.
God! My birthday is next week. I'll change. I swear I'll change.
Is this one Dorcha? He might be Dorcha. He might be Dorcha. Immense dread and sensation. I mean, he feels immense dread, but I thought the Frost Wisp was still a much better fit for that. It was so specific. Oh well. Maybe Lucy? Semi-humanoid? No. No substances. Translucent substances.
I think there's some kind of mold problem in our house.
Okay.
I keep finding this nasty kind of thick slime residue near the air vent.
That would be Lucy.
I think it's scaring the pets. Our poor cat hasn't wanted to come back inside yet, so I need this fixed as soon as possible.
That would be Lucy. The one we were right on. What are the odds of that? Let's go ahead and... Steve, can I lock in Lucy? Can I? Lucy! Do we have it? Survey says... We got it. Okay, bad start. But we're coming back. We're coming back.
Oh my God, I think there's an avalanche outside! Our home is right below the mountain. Please send someone over before it's too late!
Please hold.
I mean, what else could... Wait a minute. Is there something else that can cause avalanches? Hold on. Can mountain warlocks cause them? Known to lie dormant in the high elevation domains, upon waking their thunderous vocalizations, or occasionally avalanches. Okay. Highly territorial. So they did say that they live at the bottom of a mountain. So it's either a mountain warlock or an actual avalanche. but I don't know how you discern between them. First sign of an avalanche, homeowners is advised to stay indoors. I'm gonna go with a mountain warlock. I feel like they're trying to trick us, and they specifically mention mountain. So I'm gonna go with mountain warlock. And I feel like that might be a very stupid thing to do, but we're gonna go with it. Yeah, it was really dumb. It's probably just Avalanche. I don't know why. He literally said what it was. But how are you supposed to discern? Because this thing can cause avalanches. It was a coin flip. I know, it's probably my boss telling me I'm fired. I may be the only player in history that got that question wrong. I thought they were trying to trick me.
The doctors told me to call here. I think I got some kind of dog disease. My neighbor's freak dog sneezed on me or something, and now it's growing on me.
Red nose?
I can feel it underneath my skin, this horrid little bump forming. It's hurting very badly. Please, can you tell me what to do?
A horrid bump. Can
Please hold.
the red nose grow on any other things? Primary symptom of red berry-like growth. Red nose would go away. So I don't know if this can. I mean, I feel like that has to be the answer, though, right? Let me not overthink it, because that's what I did last time. It's a red nose. Has to be. Yes. Okay. So they spread it by sneezing, but it can grow anywhere.
To my home. Your security cameras broke on me, so I can't see who it is. I can hear their shoes squeaking or something.
Their shoes
When
squeaking.
they came in to steal my Santa outfit. Do you have some kind of policy compensating your customers for selling them faulty equipment?
What? Santa outfit?
Please hold.
Huh? Okay, so I actually think that this one is a troll. Trolls go into your home by deflating their bodies, which can cause the squeaking, and they deliberately go in to steal clothes and warm materials. So I really can't think of anything else this could be, although I know I've said that many times and been wrong many times. I really do think that this one is a troll. Do we have troll? Yes. Okay. So the squeaking was actually the troll deflating. And I guess the cameras actually were faulty. Clocking out for the day, terrible accuracy percentage. But that's the name of the game when Big Game and plays Home Safety Hotline, let me tell you. You're not going to get good percentages here. You're just not. Did that say human DNA confirmed? I want to see, text size, audio, phobia toggles, alright, blah, 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 mailbox. Heads up, I don't know if you've already heard, but the pest control department's been panicking and sending out vans all morning. I think something big might be going down. I know you have a lot on your plate already, so I figured to give you a heads up. Also, happy Christmas Eve, hope you've been good this year. Phenomena sound, okay, blah, blah, blah. Moderate to high. Cheer levels should be closely monitored. Oh my God. Look at that. Dude, we've got to keep the Twilight at bay. Get it together, Big Gaming. We have to do this. One day until Christmas. On the first day of Christmas, the gamers gave to me a new day of work. Okay. I can do this. We got to keep cheer levels high. Cheer levels only at 59.3%. This is pretty bad after 2 days. I don't know how many days are in the DLC. Here we go. Here's the boss. Oh.
Hudson here, HSH Pest Control. Listen up.
Okay.
The Mouse King is loose, and it's our understanding he means to stir up trouble of the Yuletide variety.
Who?
My boys are working around the clock to find him and stop him in his tracks before things get too hairy, but sometimes things slip through the cracks. Little things, if you get my meaning. If you hear anything strange, let us know as soon as you can. There's new data coming your way. Read it carefully. Keep those eyes peeled. Hudson out.
The Mouse King? Belsnickel. Belsnickel is a human-shaped, pine-based life form that is known to visit on winter nights adorned in animal furs and a wooden mask bearing a friendly visage. Homeowners experiencing a Belsnickel often report break-ins, finding...
We need someone to come check our house for damage. I think I felt an earthquake last night. And this morning, I noticed those godless Hendersons across the street crying about something with the police. So I'm fairly sure whatever happened must have been enough to damage our property.
You're heartless.
Please hold.
They could have lost someone. Alright, bearing a friendly visage, homeowners experiencing a Belsnickel often report break-ins, finding berries, sap, pine needles, or scratch marks on the floor, or dead pets. They do not pose any mortal harm to humans they encounter, but they are known to occasionally lash out at those they perceive as wrongdoers. Their presence can be highly hazardous to any furry mammals or pests in the house, should they require more pelts. The berries they occasionally leave behind are both safe to eat and delicious. Belsnickels will usually pass through a home and move on to others by the end of a single night. Multiple visits to a single home are rare, but more persistent visitations may be a sign of troublesome moral activities occurring inside the home. The gift tag? This isn't Santa. The gift tag is a humanoid creature somewhat resembling an elderly human woman with a smiling face covered in soot or soil. It's known to quietly slip into homes during the winter and often leaves behind trinkets such as makeshift dolls, wooden idols, or sharp twigs and rocks. So, kind of Santa? The gift tag and its gifts are mostly harmless to humans, though careless play with sharp rocks and twigs can result in human children injuring themselves. If homeowners wish to keep the gift tag from entering their home during the winter, they may choose to close off access to the home's chimney. This is Santa! The Hunt. Whoa, what is this? A storm-like fungal weather phenomenon? That carries with it large quantities of infectious snow-like spores. Homeowners caught in the Hunt commonly report thunder, blizzards, electrical outages, and violent or erratic behavior from neighbors. Dude, this is so cool. The creativity required in coming up with this stuff is just brilliant. Like, brilliant. I love this game so much. The Hunt's powerful winds can often cause trees to break or fall, which can lead to dangers such as property damage, electrical outages, or fires. The Hunt spores, if ingested, can also cause unpredictable and hazardous symptoms in humans, such as color blindness, physical deformations, and cannibalistic desires. Dear God. If the Hunt is expected to pass through one's neighborhood, homeowners can take measures to keep safe by quarantining themselves within a basement, cellar, or other underground shelter until the storm and ensuing panic passes. It's advised to keep an emergency supply of food, medicine, and water stocked for such an occasion. The locomotive. The locomotive. The Polar Express? The Polar Express. What? It's a large, segmented train-like organism that can only be seen by animals and human children. It's known only to appear after nightfall after the 21st of December. Homeowners affected by the locomotive often report the floor rumbling at night, distant whistling, snow falling in strange patterns, or missing children. Wait, what? Think he felt an earthquake? The neighbors crying? I think this problem is the locomotive. The locomotive is harmless to human adults, but can prove particularly harmful or even fatal to human children if they choose to enter its domain. Children bearing sufficient faith are known to return the following morning, however. And yes, this falls within the dates, after the 21st of December. There is no known solution for removing the locomotive from an occupied area while it is stopped. However, the locomotive only remains in one location for a few minutes at a time to attract its prey before it will move on to the other territory on its own. To prevent harm, children and pets should be supervised and kept indoors. Okay, that one is, I feel like, a gimme. Let me have the locomotive. Yes, the Mouse King, here he is. This is the Mouse King? It looks like a normal mouse.
Information we received was useless. Now nearly everyone in my family is sick, thanks to you. Merry Christmas indeed.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Check out the Mouse King. It's just a mouse. It's a cute little guy. It's a mobile gamer. The House King is a prominent member of a traitorous clan of mice known for recruiting and leading them in nefarious activities such as... Get back to it in a second.
I have been robbed. Someone broke into my house and completely cleaned out the fridge and cabinets last night. There's wine all over my floors, discarded milk jugs. It's absolutely disgusting. I demand a refund for this useless home security package you people sold me. It's only good for hearing thieves cackle after the fact.
Oh, cackle after the fact. I bet I know what that is.
Please hold.
But I want to finish reading the Mouse King. Mouse King. Homeowners with the Mouse King often report sounds of squeaking, scratching, and seeing strange mice behavior such as mass coordination or attempts at communication. The Mouse King poses an incredible threat to all living things. What? The Mouse King poses an incredible threat to all living things, and its destruction should be immediately prioritized? What? The Mouse King should be stopped at all costs, by any means necessary. Homeowners are highly encouraged to use lethal removal methods, including but not limited to mouse traps, toxic sprays, sharp implements, or any licensed firearms. Holy moly. Perchta. Oh my god, that is one of the creepiest images in this entire game, including the base game. Dear Lord in heaven, help me. Yeah, I'm not sleeping tonight at all. Fun. We're having a great time. You and me. We really are. Perchta is a large humanoid creature vaguely resembling an elderly human woman with a beak-like nose and long sheet-like skin. Perchta is known for entering homes full of refuse, chaos, and filth. Homeowners experiencing Perchta often report break-ins, nightly sounds of clattering, and shed skin on the floors. Ugh! It's incredibly dangerous to homeowners inhabiting its chosen domains, as it will often utilize nearby humans as makeshift scarecrows to keep other pests at bay. Most human adults do not usually survive this process. Perchta cannot be easily or safely removed from a home, it is claimed. So it's advised for homeowners to immediately evacuate the premises if Perchta is suspected to be present. Homeowners are advised to prevent Perchta from being attracted to their homes in the first place by keeping their homes clean and free of filth. The Saint. This is Santa! This is Santa. Oh, oh, oh. Dude. One thing you guys gotta know about me. I love Christmas. I love all the lore about Christmas. The characters, the movies, the traditions, everything about Christmas, I absolutely love. I love Santa Claus. Absolutely love Santa Claus. Seeing Santa Claus makes me so happy. Just love him. Everything about Santa Claus. Santa's so cool. I'm not a religious person, but I do love Christmas. And I don't know. I just love seeing Santa depicted and stuff. The saint is a warlock, sometimes resembling a bearded, elderly human male, adorned in thick robes, often seen riding a pale, horse-like creature. The saint is known for traveling through snowstorms at night, leaving strange artifacts on the doorsteps of homeowners. Often, the saint's arrival is followed by the sinner, shortly after. The sinner? The acceptance of the artifacts granted by the saint by bringing them within one's home can often result in the gift receiver experiencing great fortune and luck for a span of 30 years. Oh, Santa's presents. After the 30-year period, the saint will return to collect their due. It is not advised to keep these gifts. Okay, while the saint cannot be prevented from delivering their gifts, homeowners can simply remove the gifts from their doorstep and burn them outdoors to prevent accidental acceptance. It is, however, highly advised to wait until the morning after the following day to remove these gifts. The sinner. Krampus? This is Krampus. The sinner is a large bipedal goat-like creature known for breaking into homes and devouring human children, usually arriving after a snowstorm has passed. Homeowners often report the sound of chains or hooves, broken doors or windows, and missing children. The sinner is highly dangerous to human children that cross its path, as it's known to ravenously attempt to devour them on sight. Human adults that are too large to eat are usually not at risk unless they attempt to come between the sinner and its feast. The sinner will not enter the homes of those with a gift from the saint at their doorstep. Oh, that's why you're advised to leave them there. As such, it's highly advised not to remove these gifts on the night of a snowstorm. The sinner will continue to move from home to home once it has successfully fed. And this is a white. Oh! Oh, they're coughing. Misshapen former humans that have been exposed to effects of the hunt. Oh, the fungal snowstorm. Coming in a variety of unfortunate bodily configurations. Whites are known for their wild and unpredictable violent behavior. Homeowners experiencing whites often report sounds of gurgling, coughing, or hacking. Whites are highly dangerous and will attempt to bite or otherwise harm most humans and animals on sight. Their relative speed and strength can widely vary, though most direct encounters are fatal. Whites usually have very short lifespans and will often perish on their own, usually within 48 hours from medical disadvantages granted to them by their particular body configuration. More persistent whites can be removed with the use of any nearby sharp implement. Okay. And that's the full list. Wow, they added so many cool things. And this one here is Yule Men, because they were yucking it up. So let's go ahead and do Yule Men here at the bottom. I'm pretty confident in this one. Yeah. The breaking in and stealing something could have been a couple things, and then when they mentioned giggling, I was like, okay. All right. We got to pay attention, because some of these new ones are going to start getting used here. I can see it. I can feel it. Some of the new ones that we just took a look at here. What?
It's in my coffee. It's in the wallpaper.
Huh?
Please, make it go away. Make this godforsaken demon go away.
Please hold.
Is it the Yule goat? Goat-shaped apparitions that can sometimes occur in a home during the winter. They often report strange coincidences, sighting shapes of goats at the house, and imagine sounds of bleeding. Prolonged presence can often cause paranoia or sleep deprivation. I think it is, because he's seeing it in all of his stuff. I'm going to go with Yule Goat. I know this is a rushed answer, but this is the big gaming way. Yule Goat. It's everywhere. Oh, let's go! Wait a minute. Okay. Is big gaming now becoming an expert home safety hotline player? Put me up for home safety hotline player of the year. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling confident going into this next call. I think it's going to be one of the crazy ones. Give me a crazy new one. Everything is shaking. Please send help. Oh, God. Is this one a mountain warlock? Talking about shaking. Where is it? Mountain warlock? Echoes, rumbling, or shaking. I'm gonna go with mountain warlock. I think... I really think it is. Because the first one was Avalanche. This one has to be mountain warlock. Yes! My good fortune ran dry. My good fortune ran dry.
Hudson here. Pay attention. I've got word from the boys that the Mouse King was last seen wearing a disguise.
Okay.
I repeat, the Mouse King has gone incognito. Be on the lookout for any conspicuous individuals of a rodent-adjacent variety. Hudson out.
Okay. Am I supposed to... Is there someone that's gonna call and it's gonna be the Mouse King pretending to be someone else? How is the Mouse King this dangerous? He looks like a little gamer.
Hey, I think some kind of wild animal's in my house. Our poor wooden floors are scratched to hell and back, and there's
Okay.
a bunch of sap and needles and stuff littered around the place. Please, could you send somebody over to find this thing and get it the hell out of my place?
I think I know what this is.
Sit quiet, boy. Sit down, hey!
I think I know what this is.
Please hold.
This is... Belsnickel, because it is a pine-based life form.
Hey, I think some kind of wild animal's in my house. Our poor
Send the
wooden
info to
floors are
client.
scratched to hell and back, and there's a bunch of sap.
Yup. Got him. Hopefully we can keep the cheer level over 50% for the whole remaining of day 3. I don't know if there's a 4th day. I have no clue. I went into this pretty blind. I just knew that there was going to be new calls, new entries, new entities, new things to learn about, and a new adventure. They're fine. Someone's got the winter blues during Christmas, I see. That's okay. It's okay. No cloak yet. Homeowners with cloak often report clear skies, a feeling of instability and sinking. Huh. I wonder what a call would even be like for this. And the vast majority of these calls have been the new entries, not the old ones.
Please, you have to help me. I think my husband has joined some kind of cult.
Okay.
He's not acting like himself lately, and I found what looked like satanic symbols in the attic, along with what looked like a scarecrow in the center.
Scarecrow?
Please hold.
He hasn't been acting like himself lately. Okay, let me take a look at that. Oh, I bet this is Hans. I bet this is Hans. Okay, this was, I think, one of the ones that was earlier on. But the husband acting different was what keyed me into that. Yes, okay, it was. All right, so far we're doing good. I had one, like, really bad day, I think. Let's see what we got.
Our house is falling apart. The floorboards are cracking, the doors aren't closing properly, and nothing is draining anymore. Something very strange is happening, and I suspect it has something to do with my neighbor's renovation project.
Renovation
I've been seeing
project.
people hauling around giant rocks all week. Who knows if they damaged something on my property?
Please
People hauling around giant rocks all week. Only thing that makes sense to me is dwarves. I looked through everything, and I can't think of anything else that even remotely fits. I don't even think dwarves fit this situation, though. People hauling around rocks? Oh, see, it wasn't the dwarves. Oh, God. We're getting really low, guys. This is not looking good for me. I think I'm going to get a call from my boss here soon. Please don't be my boss. Thank God.
Someone stole our competition out from under us. I know it's those no-good Deductions. They've always been jealous of us taking the annual Grand Gingerbread Master Award. Oh, rather than improve their own skills, they decided to break into our home last night and then steal our post office. I found poor little postman Peter collapsing pieces
What?
on the floor, right next to a big hole with the burned remains of our post office inside. The police won't do anything. Can you come and perform a citizen's arrest?
What?
Please hold.
Someone stole our competition out from under us. I know it's those no good Deductions. So she's making something for a gingerbread contest. Rather than improve their own skills, they decided to break into our home last night and steal our post office. So they made a post office gingerbread house? Found the poor little postman Peter collapsed in pieces on the floor in the yard right next to a big hole with the burned remains of our post office inside. I have no idea. Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I have absolutely no idea what this could possibly be. Something that came into her home, destroyed her gingerbread house, and buried it in the yard? And it's a gingerbread house of a post office? Those no good Deductions have always been jealous of us taking the Grand Gingerbread Master Award. They decided to break into our home last night and steal our post office. I'm just gonna guess the Mouse King. Again, I went through every single entry. I have absolutely no idea what this could possibly be. I don't even have a guess. So I'm just gonna do the Mouse King because she kind of talks funny. I don't know, maybe it's the mouse trying to disguise. Mouse King, it's gonna be wrong, and I'm gonna be at dangerously low cheer levels, and I'm going to be sad. This is not good. Not good at all. I'm wondering if any of these are the actual Mouse King. But we're at 35% cheer, which is really bad. We're mostly sad, I think. Our cheer is very low. And there's only one day till Christmas. This is not good. This is not good at all.
I'm not sure who else to call about this, but, something very weird is going on in our neighborhood.
Okay.
Some strange man in a large trench coat and Halloween mask is going around ringing neighbor stores carrying some kind of paper or note. He hasn't come to my house yet, but I'm very afraid of what they might be up to. Pepper, stop scratching the door. He's going to think we're home.
Trench coat. A man in a trench coat
Please
with
hold.
notes. So it could be the Saint. But a note wouldn't. Halloween mask. Some kind of paper or note. What about the Sinner? Bipedal goat-like creature. Alright, let me take a look again, because I'm not confident in either of those. Wait a minute. Hear me out. This one is the Mouse King. Attempts at communication, strange coordinated attacks. I bet the trench coat is a bunch of mice in the trench coat with a piece of paper trying to communicate with people, gathering them together for their cause. And that's why the cat's freaking out. This is the Mouse King. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, gamers. I know it does. But it's just crazy enough to be true. The Mouse King. They did the two kids in the trench coat trying to get a movie ticket to an adult movie. To an R-rated movie. Except for mice. That's brilliant. Awesome. I still have no idea what that is. That lady's got some serious issues with her gingerbread house. And I wish her nothing but the best. But apparently they're alive.
I need you to send out someone to change out our locks.
Okay.
My mother-in-law has finally gone far enough, and I've had it with her. I don't know how, but I think she's managed to get a copy of my key to come in and leave these creepy little dolls for my kids at night. I saw that old bag myself.
I know
on
who
the
this is.
security camera. It's a bit fuzzy, but I can make out those crony old arms of hers.
Please hold.
Creepy dolls. Okay, it's either Perchta. Let's see, large humanoid creature, beak-like nose and long sheet skin. Known for entering homes full of refuse, chaos, and filth, homeowners experiencing Perchta often report break-ins, nightly sounds of clattering, and shed skin. Incredibly dangerous to homeowners inhabiting its chosen domains. It'll often utilize nearby humans as makeshift scarecrows to keep other pests at bay. Now, I don't think it's Perchta. I think it's one of the hags. Let's see. Gift tag. Yeah, I think it's the gift tag. I think that's actually a pretty easy one, to be honest. It's either gift tag or Perchta, and it's definitely not Perchta. Here it is, gift tag. There we go. Okay, let's see. Come on, keep the cheer level up. Yes. Good. Good. Okay. Awesome. 70%. That was our best day. That was our best day. And I was feeling down about my performance that day. But that was our best day. We did it. Okay. This is Christmas Day, and we're logging in. Why? It's Christmas. Okay. Currently feeding. Oh my god. The Twilight is now feeding. Increased levels of cheer spreading is highly advised. Merry Christmas. Hey, what are you doing here on Christmas, dog? Unfortunately, we both know why. I'm sorry this always falls on your plate, Becca, especially with the extra madness going on at Pest Control this year. Today's going to be a rough one. Here's hoping to see you tomorrow, dude. We all have you to thank for this past year. So I'm being pulled in to report because the Twilight is currently feeding. And if I don't keep cheer levels high enough, everything dies on the planet Earth on Christmas Day. I imagine this is the final day. So with a 35% cheer level, let's see if we can do it. We have no new entries to read. It's just going to be us and the task at hand, keeping the Twilight at bay. And man, am I nervous. Here we go. Who do we got?
Hudson here. We almost had him, but that little royal pain has given us the slip.
Crap.
He was last seen hightailing it towards the head office with his swarm in tow. I repeat, you have a whole gaggle of mice coming your way.
No!
Boys are coming in to break the walls down. We're gonna seize the king no matter what.
He's breaking in here?
Buddies up at IT, they're gonna have plenty of work ahead of them tomorrow. That's how it has to be. Hudson out.
Ugh. Permissions have been updated. Do I have more? No, I don't have any more. Everything's the same. I don't have any new ones. Yeah, okay. Well. Here we go. Let's see what we can do.
Greetings, Rebecca. I'm certain that you've seen the skies today.
Yeah.
The light's gaze has fallen upon us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling to wish you and the rest of the caller response team the best of fortunes. I know I need not remind thee that this day is one of great import, and is to be treated with the utmost gravity. Spread much merriment, and cheer to all you can, and I hope to see you all on the morrow.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully today goes well. I don't know what to expect. Is someone going to call regarding the Twilight? Because it's something we can select here. Okay, caller. You're on the air. Caller number 2. You're on the air? Maybe? Because I think caller number 1's experiencing some technical difficulties, which is not unusual, let's be honest.
Some Christmas-hating hooligan has broken into our house. I heard them fiddling around last night with God knows what and came downstairs to find they disappeared. They even drank all the milk we left out for Santa. Thankfully,
Drank the
my kids
milk.
are none the wiser.
Someone
Please hold.
broke in and drank the milk. Okay. I mean, I can't find anything about any of these creatures liking milk, so I'm just gonna guess the saint, because it's kind of like Santa, and I imagine it comes on Christmas Eve. I am almost sure that I'm wrong, but I don't have a better guess right now than the saint. I don't. Okay, for a second I thought I was right. Yeah, I did not feel confident in that answer at all. I'm hoping the next one's a little easier. Come on, give me a softball. Give me a softball, please. Because these are tough. I think the ones on the final day are pretty tough.
Is it normal for a northern lights to show up in broad daylight for us folks in Texas? The sky's been looking real strange all day. Could a power plant be leaking nearby or something? Looks like the sky went all radioactive, if you know what I mean.
Yep, that's the Twilight.
Please hold.
That is the Twilight. And yep, we can see it everywhere. Because currently the world is ending. If I don't result in some satisfied customers. Taking customer service to a whole new level here. Trying to get these right. Okay. Here we go. We got one right, one wrong. Starting completely neutral. It's only up from here. Caller.
They tried taking my baby. I boarded everything up.
Okay.
But I think I made them mad. I hear something coming. Something coming from the mountains. Listen to this. You have to help me.
Please hold.
Rhythmic rumbling, something coming from the mountains. Okay, that could be a number of things. They tried to take my baby. Could be the sinner. Network error. Was it the sinner? Oh, it's a full-on network error. Okay. So it's either the sinner. Talking about coming from the mountain makes me think of the warlock remnant. Or could be an ogress? Is there no audio sample here? Okay, I'm gonna go with the sinner. It's not letting me look at the thing, so this is kind of like hard mode here, and I'm sure I'm wrong. We'll see. Nope. Of course I'm wrong. I'm very bad at this game. Unfortunate network error on one that I really had no idea for. Came to take her baby from the mountains. Was it a mountain warlock, maybe?
What is this thing in our house? I saw it hide behind our couch. It's hideous. Come and get this little thing out of our house this instant.
What? This could be... Dude, this could be anything. Are you kidding me? This could be anything. Small... Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and look through these again. I have no idea where to even begin with this one. Oh, never mind. It wasn't a... Oh, never mind. I thought that was a thingy.
There's a nudist in our neighborhood. I contacted the authorities about this pervert crisis.
No.
They told me to call you instead. Last night, I saw my neighbor darting through the neighborhood completely in the nude. The pervert looked like he was terrified of being caught, as he's right to be. I need you to send someone over to arrest this nuisance right now.
That's not a nudist. That is a symptom
Please hold.
of a bigger problem, the Yule cat. And this recommends people leaving things completely unclothed. So we're gonna go with Yule cat here. And I am certain in that answer. Boom. Not a nudist. Because I remember reading that and being like, what the hell? Okay, I think I have probably 3 more I can get wrong before we're cooked.
Heed this warning, Rebecca.
I know.
You know, as well as I, the potential consequences of failure during this time.
I know.
But perhaps this reminder may serve to further stoke thy fire. Please, for all our sakes,
Yes.
answer future calls with careful consideration of the cost we all pay, Rebecca.
I have 18.7% left. Give me a break. I'm trying. It's Christmas Day. You guys called me in at the last minute. Sure, it's to prevent the downfall of the entire planet. And if I didn't come in today, the Earth as we know it, above and below the soil, would be consumed by the Twilight. But still. Sounded weird.
Oh, thank God you answered. I don't know how long we have before the power goes out again, but please, you have to send somebody out here. I'm at 451 Grover Lane. The storm is bad. It's really, really bad. And my mom got caught in a storm on her walk, and now she's in pain. I didn't know who else to call. What do I do?
The storm is bad, and she's in pain. Okay, so... The stuff behind him made me think it was Perchta, because if you have an extremely messy home with refuse, Perchta will come.
Please hold.
But her mom getting caught in the storm, I believe, is the hunt. And now she's in pain? I think it's the hunt. Because she's going to turn into a white. It's either the white or the hunt, and I don't know. It has to be the hunt, right? Yes, it's the hunt. Okay. Because she hadn't turned into a white yet. Okay, cool. So we're still alive here. We're still alive. But for how much longer? These network errors are killing me. I forgot about them. And they basically last until the next caller calls in. Like right now. Here we go. Oh. And the sinner wasn't the right answer for that? It sounds like it literally came in to consume the child. Just like the sinner. I got no clue what that one was. I thought that's what I answered for that, but who knows? Okay, we can do this. The end is near. The end is in sight. No, the end is in sight in a good way. The end is not near in a bad way.
We need help.
Not a good time to say that.
Call it an avalanche. I don't know what to do. Everything is shaking.
Caught in an avalanche. I don't know what to do. Everything's
Please
shaking.
hold.
I don't know what to do. Everything is shaking.
Mountain warlock. Mountain warlock. I heard him in the background. Yeah, I heard him in the background. The audio on that one was super important. Super important. I wonder if we're gonna get Perchta at all. That has got to be the single creepiest entry in the entire game. Look at that image. That image is like, whoever took this picture, imagine this coming at you in like a dark hallway and you take that picture with your flash.
Hey, yeah, there's something real strange happening outside our house.
Okay.
The sky looks all green, and I have a bad feeling about it. A real bad feeling.
Please hold.
Yeah, it's the Twilight. I think we're gonna get a lot of these calls today, which, to be honest, makes perfect sense considering, you know, the world could end. But yeah, that's the Twilight. That's the Twilight for you. Stay safe, although there's literally nothing you can do except smile and spread cheer. You can help too. But it's all up to me, Rebecca, the call center worker who goes into work on Christmas.
There's someone trying to spy on my son Richie and I.
Okay.
Just the other night, while it was raging outside, some prankster with a death wish came to our door and just absolutely hammered on it and left before I could answer. This kid left some kind of weird-looking orb on our porch, so I punted it into the trash. Probably some kind of
Terrible mistake.
case the joint with.
Terrible mistake. That was the saint leaving you an artifact.
Please hold.
You need to leave that artifact on your front porch immediately, or else the sinner is going to consume your child. So let's go ahead and find the saint. You need to go get that orb right away, because if you don't, the sinner's going to come. So then that other one wasn't the sinner, likely. But something broke in to eat a baby.
Some kind of insane drunk man is in our neighborhood, limping around and trying to bite people.
That's a white.
Help over? The children can't go outside anymore with this lunatic lurching around and chasing the neighbors while wearing this stupid little reindeer headpiece.
Reindeer head... Wait, what? Reindeer headpiece?
Please hold.
Okay, hold on. Let me double check into that. The reindeer headpiece leads me to believe that it's antler growths that has reanimated a body and is now trying to spread. This is a long shot because I originally thought it was a white. I'm gonna go with antler growths because it can reanimate the dead if the fungal infection is bad enough. Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Hello? Are the lines still open? We just spent the night in our bunker during last night's storm, and
Okay.
it sounds like a ghost town out there. It's dead silent, save for the sound of some wandering souls coughing their lungs out. If the commies drop a deuce on us, please confirm. Over and out.
Over and out. Bro, what? So, that is a white.
Please
Or multiple whites, and because the hunt happened last night. So we're gonna go ahead and select that. And they'll be dead in probably around 48 hours, which is really dark. The hunt is extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. All right, we're doing good so far.
What's happened to my husband? I came home from a trip and... Oh, God, it's horrible. The police won't do anything. Please, send someone. What kind of sick person would do something like this?
I don't understand.
There's so much blood and straw. So much straw.
Perchta. Perchta try to turn him into a scarecrow. It's Perchta. It has to be. It has to be. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I'm starting to get really nervous now that we're this far into the session here. How long is this final day, and how many network errors are we going to get? I can't even double check the information at this point. Here we go. Caller.
The lights, they're so beautiful, yet I feel so empty. So empty.
Okay.
Please hold.
Crap, we have a network error. I don't think it's... Is it the Twilight, maybe, and it's consuming? It could be. I don't think it's a time wisp. I don't know. He feels empty. Oh, here we go. The network error is over. Okay, I'm gonna go double check through these again and just make sure. I think it could be time wisps, because they're faint candle-like lights with a friendly visage, and they're most active at night. Homeowners experiencing it report feeling a newfound gratitude for life, a desire to better themselves, or immense existential dread. This guy just feels empty. I'm just gonna go with the Twilight. I think it's another one where the guy's looking up at the lights in the sky. I could be wrong, but I think they are kind of pushing us to select the Twilight multiple times here. Because we're going to find out. Yep, it was the Twilight. I think I was really close to possibly being time wisps, though. And if he's already feeling empty, is he, like, in the process of being consumed by the Twilight? I don't know. Possibly. Possibly. Let's see what the next caller is. Hopefully the last, because I'm starting to get really nervous about losing this far into the run.
My Greta! She's gone! The police won't do anything, please! You have to help me find Greta! Last night someone broke into the house and took my baby! By the time I got to her, it was too late! I saw them jump out the window! I think they might have been an escaped prisoner or something! They were carrying chains!
Oh. The sinner.
Please hold.
That's unfortunate. She's gone. Yeah, that's the sinner, and there's nothing... I don't think there's anything we can do at this point. Yeah, I think that's I think it's over. I'm pretty sure once the sinner gets a hold, it's over. Let's see. Missing children.
I think there's something wrong with our heating system. We have all the windows open right now because we're just boiling alive. I've gone to the basement to manually turn off the heater, but somehow it keeps getting turned back on and cranked up way too high.
Send someone over to fix this as soon as you can. We're sweating up a storm. Alright, I'm going to go with Dwarves just because it says Dwarf infestations often report increased heat in their home. I'm going to just go with that. None of the others really talk about heat much at all. Okay, cool. Didn't have any of the other typical signs of a dwarf infestation, just a very small piece of the text, but I guess that's why it's important to read everything. And we still gotta see what is left for us. Incoming call. There are so many calls in the last day, good lord.
They're getting closer.
Yeah.
I can't bear it. I can't bear
Yep,
it.
I hear you.
I can
Please hold.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. I've been waiting for this moment for all my shift on Christmas. Obviously the Twilight. I don't think anyone wondered about that one. How many calls are on this final day? Oh my gosh. Am I gonna lose? Please. I only have 18.7% cheer level. What do we got? What do you got for me?
Hudson here. First off, you're welcome. Me and the boys had to make quite a mess to do it, but we finally done it. Yeah, that's right. We got you, Your Majesty.
Got the Mouse King.
The rest of them scattered to the winds as soon as we captured their not-so-mighty leader. Spread the good news around the office and maybe call the IT department, some carpenters, and a plumber as soon as you can. Pretty sure that pipe is gonna burst one way or another anyway. Happy Yuletide, season's greetings. Hudson out.
Thanks, Hudson. Bang up job. The Mouse King is in captivity and will pay for his crimes of organizing mass riots, assassination attempts, and other acts of wickedness. Are we gonna get another call? Yes.
You have worked the miracle once again, Rebecca. Thanks to you, the Lights Watch has passed over us once again. You are truly a lifesaver. As a friendly reminder, the office Christmas party begins on the morrow, so we had best see you there. May the Yule shine upon me and be ever merry, Rebecca.
We did it. We saved literally the entire world. We did it. Let's see what's going on at this Christmas party. Oh! They did like a little Christmas party photo shoot with the devs, the team that brought this game. Oh, it's Hudson. This is so cool. You actually see the real office of the Home Safety Hotline crew. Thank God the Twilight didn't consume all of humanity. What was that? What was this? What was that thing? The pictures look old too. Like due to the post-processing. Oh, it's a little guy Hudson made. Is that like a... That's one of the creatures. This Christmas party's crazy. The day after Christmas. Huh. Well, I gotta say, after finishing the DLC, I really still maintain that this is one of the coolest, most unique... I mean, it's a horror game, kind of, but it's also just like a really creepy sort of experience. It's so weird. There's really nothing else like it. And I think it's pretty darn special, to be honest. And I would love to see a Home Safety Hotline 2 one day. I think they could just continue with this premise. Maybe, you know, this game took place in the 90s. Maybe we can have one in the 2000s and then one in modern day after that. I think you could make this a whole series. I think the sky is the limit with Home Safety Hotline. I think it's a brilliant premise. The gameplay is wonderful. I enjoy the hell out of it. I love reading you guys all the entries, and I think you guys like it too. Thank you so much for joining me on this awesome adventure. I hope you guys have a great winter, or maybe you're watching this in the distant future. Whatever time of the year it is for you, I hope you have a good one. Please be safe. I love you all very much, and I will see you in the next one.